Good evening, YouTube viewers. Tonight we are looking at the Panasonic RF-562, a 3-band transistor radio, very portable, not widely available in the United States. It is a model that is manufactured in Indonesia and mainly marketed, it seems, in Asia. I purchased it through an eBay seller based out of Hong Kong. I think it's probably also available in Europe. I know that Panasonic's factory there in Indonesia makes several small analog radios. So it looks very old-fashioned, from the chrome to the snazzy turquoise accent line there, and then as you can see the bright red tuning needle. It is actually a model that's only a few years old, as far as I can tell. I think it's made to look more traditional. I'm not sure who buys radios in Asia. It could be old dudes, just like it is in the U.S. So maybe they're trying to appeal to that a bit. Anyhow, it does have a mono tuner, or earpiece. The lanyard that it comes with is pretty long, and you can actually connect it on both sides, so it's like a handle. It matches the case, which I'll show you in a second. On the back, you have a band selector between FM, AM, medium wave, and short wave. And then it takes 2 D batteries. Good battery life. I've probably played it for 40, 50 hours at least. And I still have the original batteries in there. Build quality is pretty good. It's got a little heft to it. If it was actually as old as it looks, it would be a little heavier. But as far as tuning performance goes, on the FM, it's I'd say good or pretty standard for what you'd expect for a name brand, analog radio. Nothing too spectacular. The KPLU, which is a local public radio jazz station here in Seattle, Puget Sound area, is kind of my test that I usually use, because that's what I listen to at night, and it comes in nice and clear. As far as AM, I have sat here at night and picked up stations from Northern California by very carefully tuning this very sensitive but small tuning knob. So I'd say AM, especially at night, here is maybe better than a couple of other smaller radios that I have. And shortwave, I've tested some. I took it to the beach a couple months ago, and I was able to pick up, quite a few stations. I don't really have any regular shortwave things to listen to. I should just kind of see what's out there. But here in the city, it's hard to get a good shortwave signal. There's a guy I think in Montreal or Toronto, on YouTube, who has a review of this radio, and he's able to zero in on the shortwave better. So if you're really curious about that, he's got a better review for it. The sound quality is very crisp and clear from the speaker. I bought it because it said big speaker, and I was like, oh, sweet, I want a big, full sound for music. And well, the sound is not terribly full, especially when you compare it to the Sony ISF or ICF F10, which is my go-to radio that I usually sit here and listen to at night with at my computer. So this is the F10. That gives you an idea of a bit of a little more musically tuned speaker of the Sony versus the voice tuned speaker of the RF-562. So not bad. I mean, I when I first got this night at work, I turned it up loud in one of the larger rooms we have, and it filled it perfectly well. You know, you can turn it up very loud and not have a lot of distortion, especially based on the small size. So that's good. It's good workshop shop radio, as long as you're listening to voice. And you know, some kinds of music would probably sound okay, but you know, you just range is definitely high to mid. So I paid about $50 for this thing when you take in the shipping from Hong Kong. And at that price, if you're in the US, I don't know if I can really recommend it, unless you're just looking for something kind of different to have. I know a lot of my viewers, though, are in Central and East Asia. So if you're out there and you can get this for a decent price, and you're mainly listening to news and shortwave and different broadcasts like that, it's, you know, maybe not a bad choice, especially if you like the challenge of finding the shortwave station you're looking for on an analog tuner. And oh yeah, I almost forgot I was going to show you guys the super awesome case. I usually leave it in the case because, you know, how could I not? I mean, it's this kind of medical sort of naga hide. I don't know. It's pretty awesome, and it fits the radio really well. Keeps that beautiful chromed plastic protected. So yeah, it's a Panasonic RF-562. Have a good evening.